Hello and welcome to a 30-ish minute vinyasa. We will get going. This is a faster paced practice, so you probably need to be a little familiar with the sun salutations and the names of the postures. I will be offering a beginner vinyasa sometime in the near future. And of course, it doesn't mean you can't do it if you're new to it, but if you choose to, just be gentle with yourself if you're newer to the practice. Today we're talking about embracing our whole selves, light and dark, as we currently, at least when I'm filming, it's getting very close to winter solstice. And I'm a big fan of this reminder that you're worthy of all the parts of you. Everything you've perceived to be not right, not good, all of it, that we're working to welcome our whole selves back in. So grab what you need, maybe some blocks, maybe some water, maybe a playlist. That might help you keep up the vibes and the energy as this gets a little hard. Okay, so let's go. Top of the mat. I'll meet you there. Make your way to the top of the mat and find mountain pose, allowing yourself time to settle in. I like to rock my feet back and forth, right and left, to find an anchor. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale it out through the mouth. Start to activate Ujjayi. That's the breath that sounds a little bit like Darth Vader. You let the breath move in and out through the nose only. And it starts to create a bit of sound. I think of it like white noise. Ideally, in my understanding, the Ujjayi breath has about a 3-count pace. So you're working to inhale and exhale at a 1, 2, 3. And Ujjayi is met with bandha, so low belly between the hip bones tones, and the space between the sit bones, Kegel or perineal muscles draws in. That creates heat in the body, and the breath moves in the upper part of the body. Establishing Ujjayi is so important. So if you're feeling agitation, like you're already ready to move, please give yourself a second to establish the breath. It becomes the metronome, the cadence by which we measure this practice. Bringing your palms to heart center and taking a moment to set an intention. I'm recording this around Christmas time and this winter solstice, but really any time when we're feeling in that chaos, sometimes for me, this practice is really, really powerful to burn off that excess energy, that stress. So set an intention for yourself about what it is maybe you're working to release or maybe own more fully. And when you feel ready to move, release your arms to your sides. Eyes are open for drishti, shoulder blades on the back. Inhale, sweep the arms up, gaze up at your hands. Exhale, hinge from the hips, unlock your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank, lowering chaturanga. Inhale, peel the shoulders back, open the heart. Exhale, flip over the legs, down dog. Soft knees, broad shoulders. At the end of your third exhale, rise to your toes, walk, step, or float, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and empty. Inhale, rise to standing, sweep the arms up, gaze at your hands. Exhale, palms through heart center, release the arms, begin again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, plant hands, step back, lower. Inhale, peel your shoulders back. You can always use your knees. Exhale, down dog on those chaturangas. You can always go plank to down dog. It's still vinyasa, even without the chaturangas. Eyes open, breath steady. Try to let your focal point be on the breath. One more inhale. End of the breath, top of the mat, step, hop, or float. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold and empty. Inhale, rise, gaze up at hands. Exhale, palms through heart center. Release your arms, begin again. Inhale. Exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant hands, step back, lower chaturanga. Inhale, peel the heart open. Most people want to rush here. Exhale, hips back, down dog. End of the breath, rise to the toes, walk, step, or float. Inhale, fold. Inhale, rise, straight legs. Exhale, palms to heart. Let's move into the B's. Bend the knees, drop the seat, squeeze the legs. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant hands, step back, lower. Inhale, shoulders back, thighs on. Exhale, hips back, right foot steps right away. Heel up or heel down. Inhale, crescent warrior or warrior one, look up. Exhale, drop hands, step back, lower chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale, hips back, left foot steps right away, back heel up or down. Both are good. Inhale. Look up, right? You might start to grip your breath. Exhale, try not to. Inhale. Peel the shoulders back. Exhale, down dog. I'm sure I'm going to get breathy in this. Or out of breath, as it might be. So Sun B is meant to boil the blood, to warm the body. I love a traditional Sun A and Sun B because it helps me just check in, set a baseline. Empty the exhale, rise to the toes, walk, step, or float. Woo! Maybe you jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold and empty. Maybe you never jump. Bend the knees, drop the seat, squeeze the legs. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step and lower. Inhale. Exhale, hips back, right foot. Empty the breath as you drop the back heel or don't. Inhale. Look up. It's a breath-guided movement practice. Exhale, step back. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Those can be cobras too if up dog is too much. Lots of ways to modify. It doesn't change the fact that this is still vinyasa. Rise to the toes. Step, hop, float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and empty. Bend the knees, drop the seat. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant hands, step back, lower chaturanga. Inhale, peel the heart open, strong legs, hips back, right foot. You're trying to use your belly muscles to do that flip over. Inhale. Look up at your hands. Exhale, drishti. Gaze top edge of mat. Inhale. Look up. Exhale, hips back, left foot. Ground. Inhale, your arms up. Exhale. Inhale. Hips back, down dog, breathe. Heart rate should probably be coming up. Take an inhale, rise to the toes. Maybe try to jump. Doesn't have to be pretty, just try, jump. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, drop your seat, chair pose. We hold it for a second. You might need to fix your pants like me. Good, look up at your hands. Breathe through your nose, relax your shoulders. Let the heat build in your legs. Calm your ujjayi back into a rhythm in case it got out of breath like I did from jumping. Good, weight in the heels. One more inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, lower chaturanga or skip it if you're feeling out of gas. Inhale, peel the heart open. Exhale, hips back, right foot steps. Inhale, warrior one. We hold. Plug the right hip back into the joint. We'll keep moving, but we're going to just build a little bit of groundedness in here, looking up at your hands. Good. Starting to lean your weight into your right heel, coming forward. You can keep your back heel down or launch forward, warrior three, chest up. Heart up. Arms can go anywhere. Chest higher than hips, so try not to dump low. Come up. Use your core. Good. Whoa. Might feel off kilter like I am. Good. Step back to warrior two. Heel, biceps arch. Hips are slightly more in the wide frame. Arms to a T. Vinyasa can get a little out of control. You can lose the boundary. So the boundary is breath and alignment. So that we stay mindful. So this doesn't become what I call hot, sexy yoga. Take one more breath. Good, drop your hands, step back, super short flows. Lower down. Inhale. Exhale, hips back, left foot. Warrior one, inhale, rise. A huge beneficial part of this practice is that we can push our own boundaries and edges, and then we can find the ability to rest and recover. So the slower hold in the midst of it becomes the rest and recover. Warrior two. Oh, that's a lie. Warrior three. Reach forward. Warrior three. Palms at the heart's a good version too. Take an inhale. Good, step back, warrior two. Watch for the right hip dumping forward. Keep your lips sealed. Let that heat and agitation build. We call that the edge. One more breath. Exhale, drop the hands. Step back, lower chaturanga. Inhale, peel the shoulders back. Exhale, hips back. Good, take a couple breaths. We're gonna build that into a flow. Well, we're gonna do it as a flow, one breath, one movement. Empty your exhale, rise to your toes, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and empty. Chair pose, inhale, reach the arms up, gaze up at your hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Chaturanga, unless you need to skip it. Inhale. Exhale, hips back, right foot steps like it's done. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale is a transition, so lean forward, exhaling. Airplane for an inhale, be there. Exhale, warrior two, step back lightly, arms to a T. Inhale, exhale, drop hands, step back, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, launch. Be there for the inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Be there for the inhale. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, the half vinyasa. Inhale. Exhale. End of your next breath, rise to your toes. Walk, step, float, top of the mat. Inhale. Fold. Drop your seat, chair. Exhale, fold. We do it again. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, hips back, warrior one. Inhale. Launch on the exhale, warrior three. Take an inhale, warrior two. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop the hands, step back, lower. Left side. Warrior one. Inhale those arms up, exhale, lunge forward. Take an inhale, be there. Warrior two. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop hands, step back, lower down. Inhale. Exhale, down dog, breathe. Woo! Maybe you exhale out your mouth. You might be starting to feel a little hot and bothered. If you need a child's pose, take it anytime. Take one more inhale. We'll build a new flow. So we'll meet you in the standing forward fold first. Empty the exhale, rise to your toes, get to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Separate your feet 2 fist distance and exhale, fold in. Maybe you grab either elbow. Maybe those shoulders are getting tight from all these chaturangas and you interlace the fingers behind the back. Ground down through your heels. This practice is about learning whole personhood, learning to allow all of you to exist. So the part of you that's tired and wishes you selected a slow flow instead of a vinyasa, the part of you that feels agitated here, the part of you that you've decided isn't good enough, the part of you that you've decided is too bossy, too quiet, too sensitive, too this, too that. Chair pose, bend the knees, drop your seat, inhale. We learn to tolerate edge. We learn to tolerate imperfection. And maybe tolerance can even move into a field of acceptance or of remembering that every part of you deserves a seat at the table of your life. Weight in your heels. That there's no part of you that's unworthy. Good. Let's take a twist. Left elbow outside the right knee. Good. Or, looks like this. Or you can stay upright, okay, instead. Or any variation of a twist that works for your body that you know. Peel the shoulders back, lean back. First time we see a new flow, we go a little slower at it. Inhale, arms up. This is the last flow. Switch sides. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga, or skip it if you're starting to feel out of gas. Inhale, peel open. Exhale, hips back. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, open up warrior 2. We've been here, so we won't hold it. Exhale, extended side angle. Right forearm on right thigh. Good, you can go deeper if you want to. You can put a block, but deeper is not necessarily better unless it suits your body. Looking up towards your left armpit. Bind is an option here too. Good, shaking things up a little bit, getting a little more playful. Inhale, rise, warrior 2, and reverse. Exhale, launch forward, half moon, boop. Blocks are good underneath your right hand. Lifting that left ankle high, softening the right knee, leaning your upper body back, looking up at your left hand if your neck allows. I sometimes look forward instead. Letting your balance suck, right? All of me is allowed to be here. Good, take one more breath. Woo, goddess. Bam, it's my favorite. Vulnerable but powerful. Right, we hide the parts we perceive as bad or dark because most of us were taught to be invulnerable in the world. One more breath. Triangle pose, right leg straightens, left toes turn in, left hip turns in. None of this stacking of the hip stuff. That is not best for your hips, I assure you. Good, left arm reaching up. Breathing through your nose, looking up at your left hand if your neck thinks that's okay. If it doesn't, look somewhere else. Blocks are good here too. Unlocked knees, but drawing the length up through that right hamstring. One more breath. Good, drop the hand. If you want to play with a handstand, shake your shit up a little bit, give it a kick. Doesn't have to be pretty. You can look like this, okay? Right foot leaving the ground is a handstand. Good, take it or don't, chaturanga or don't. I'll meet you in a down dog. Good, left foot forward, warrior 2. Right into extended side angle, forearm on thigh, arm over the ear. Good, rise up to warrior 2, inhale, reverse. Good, get ready to launch, play. Good, you can take that block. I didn't grab it on the other side, but you can always put it underneath your left hand. Good, your balance might suck like mine does today. Lift up, push down through the left heel, lift that right leg. It's not kicking behind you. Look up at your right hand if you can. Good, soften your left leg, step back, goddess. Bam. Get into the power. You can rest your forearms on your thighs instead if you want more of a groin stretch. Bandhas and breath, still on board. Take a breath, exhale. Good, left leg straightens, right toes turn in, right hip turns in. Left hand for shin, a block, whatever you gotta do there. Inhale the right arm up, look up. Drop the hand, step back, or play. If you kicked on one side, kick on the other. Kick that right leg up, give it a go. Boom, think about hips coming over hands, hips over hands. It's not about getting your legs wildly in the air, okay? Get your hips up, yes. Drop hand, step back, chaturanga, or skip it. Woo! Feeling the things, right? Feeling the edge, feeling the discomfort. When you start to let yourself out of whatever closets you're hiding your whole self in, it will feel really effing uncomfortable. Top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold and empty. Bend your knees, drop your seat, squeeze your legs. Inhale. Look up. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Left. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Chaturanga or skip. Inhale. Wherever you are, exhale. Right foot forward, warrior two. Inhale, rise. Exhale, form on thigh. Take an inhale on the extended side angle. Good, it's a weird rise on an exhale. Inhale to reverse. Good, launch forward, half moon, play. Boop. I like to make sound effects. Good, exhale, goddess pose, sit down into your power. You're only there a breath. Triangle pose, straighten both legs, right toes forward, left toes turn in. Take an inhale, look up. Exhale, drop your hands, step back, lower. Inhale. Exhale, hips back, left foot. Warrior two. Extended side, exhaling to get there, inhale to be there. Rise on an exhale to two, and then inhale, reverse. Exhale to launch. Right leg up. Sorry if that irritates some of you. I have a feeling it might. Look up at your right hand. Good. Or I'm not sorry. It's my whole personhood. Good. Drop your right heel. Goddess pose. Maybe forearms on thighs. Triangle pose. Left toes forward. Right toes in. Reach down. Inhale. You should be feeling a little worn out, likely. Exhale. Drop the hand. If you want the handstand, take it or don't. Chaturanga. I'm not into pretty yoga. Feel the power in your breath. Feel the potency in your agitation. That agitation is like fire. Where do you want to move your energy? Where do you want to show up bigger, more honest, more authentically? Where are you tired of feeling bad about yourself the way you are? Because what if that's exactly who you're meant to be? That's your magic. Empty the exhale, top of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, drop the seat, squeeze the legs. Inhale, rise up. Do you have space in your body for one more round? If yes, do it. If not, go to something else and meet me in a second. Exhale. Well, maybe not a second, but a minute. Twist right. Inhale. Left. Inhale. Look up. Exhale. Fold. Come on, one more if you can. Inhale. Chaturanga. Skip those if you're like, oh, I don't want to do it. Don't. Honor your body. Agency. But also maybe you can. Right foot forward. Warrior two. Can it struggle? Inhale, exhale, form on thigh. Can I be here anyway? Inhale up to two and reverse on an inhale. Exhale up to two. I'll just screw up the breaths entirely. Good, lunge forward, half moon. Take an inhale. Exhale, goddess, like a boss, like a badass, like a powerful human you are. Whole human, right leg, straighten it. Triangle, inhale, look up. Exhale, drop the hand. Maybe you give it a kick one more time, because why the hell not? We're here to live in our bodies, even if they're imperfect, because they all are. Left foot forward. Warrior two. Extended side angle. Rise up to the warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Half moon, launch. Look up. Exhale, goddess. Triangle on the left side on an exhale. Inhale, be in triangle. Exhale, last opportunity to kick if you want it. But am I judging myself? Ooh, against that? I sure hope not. Breathe. Drop your knees. Take some cat cows. The breath and the mindfulness help you regulate your system again. Good. Go ahead and sit down on your butt. We'll do one of my favorites, double pigeon. Left leg comes forward. You try to make about a 90-degree angle-ish on that left leg. Right ankle crosses over and on top. Put your weight into your left butt cheek. Bottom shin is forward too. Pull the right hip back and try to set it down. Some of us are going to have a really tight leg here. It's okay if it's up in the air. If you absolutely can't get here, uncross the bottom leg, okay? If you're here and your knee's resting easily on your other ankle, first see if you can sit tall so you're not slumped, okay? And if you can sit tall, great. And if you can fold forward, great. And if you can't, great. Because whole personhood means I don't have to apologize for myself. I don't have to feel bad about taking up space, about being imperfect and flawed, but also awesome and whole. When you think about the people you love or admire, I'm certain for most of us, we don't admire them because they're perfect. We admire their honesty, that they feel like they're like in themselves. You have that potential too. For me, shadow work and this concept is really about no longer being afraid of the parts of me that I was told by the world, by my family of origin, by wherever you got that message, that those parts aren't allowed out. Inhale, sit up. Good, shake your legs out a second. And switch sides, right leg on the bottom, flex the foot, left leg on the top. Heels flush with the leg, pick up the left butt cheek, pull it back, set it down. Good, shins are trying to be relatively stacked. Lots of versions here. Sit up tall, let your knee hang. If it's hanging, don't force it down. Good, maybe you fold, maybe you don't. All good versions. You're looking for feedback in your hip. You're still trying to maintain ujjayi. You still have a bandha or two. We're most powerful in our presence, so try to activate presence by being with the sensations of your body, being with the feeling of breath, feeling with that activated state from moving as much as we moved. 2 more breaths. Good. Inhale, sit up. Good. Go ahead and lie down on your back. Let your knees come up, your feet plant. I'm going to offer a traditional supported bridge, but if you are less supported, but that's an option too. But if you want full wheel, if you've got those gymnast vibes or those cheer vibes or those dance vibes still in you, go for it. My 43-year-old back doesn't love a deep back bend most days. Press your hips up. You can keep using your arms to try to get your heart higher. You might interlace your fingers. A couple things to watch for. Pubic bone is not leading the show, so get your pubic bone out of the air. Soften the groins. Good. Knees are for a lot of us want to splay out. See if you can hug a little bit towards neutral, like you have a block between your knees. You can even use a block. And then push through your heels to lift your heart. What about my butt? Butt is active, but it's not clenching. It doesn't look like a raisin. It looks like a plump grape. Take 1 more inhale. Good. Set your hips back down. Decide if you want that again. But if there's something else you need, like your hips are just so tight or your hamstrings are so tight, honor yourself here. You know how to move. You're not going to make up something so radical that no one's ever done it before. But if you're willing to do another back bend, if that feels like a yes, then go for it, another back bend. If you're going to full wheel, just make sure that it's really a responsible choice for your body today. Nothing sharp, biting, or acute. You can always put a block under your back here instead. Good. Drop your hips to the floor. Hug your knees into your chest. Maybe your forehead into your knees. Arms come out to cactus or a T. Let your knees fall right. Your gaze turn left. I like to pick my head up. Can you witness the sensation of the body coming down from a more upregulated state, activated, agitated, to winding down a little bit? Does this practice let you become more present? Which means I can be here right now, and when I wander away in my mind, my thoughts, my energy, my list making, I invite myself back. Come back through center. Good. Coming back into neutral with the knees hugging in, and then extending your legs as long as your mat. If your back is still tender, you can always keep your knees up and your feet planted. You might just watch those chaturangas. If they get a little floppy, the back is usually the first thing to tell you. Good. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, empty and release your exhale. I know that Shavasana may be a place you want to skip. I really triple dog dare you. I challenge you to take some time in Shavasana to rest. And if a new edge is born in that rest, can I witness it? Can you witness it? One more time, big breath in. Open the mouth, empty and release the exhale. I encourage you to stay longer, maybe even pause the audio here. When you're ready to reawaken, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch your arms long, create tension in the body, and then let go one more time. Bend your knees, ease over onto either side. And gently and slowly lift yourself up to seated. Closing out class as we started, palms to heart center. Taking a moment to honor your own practice, your willingness to show up, to see this all the way through your discomfort. And to start to carve out space for more parts of you to find their way into the world, to know that all of you is important, that your light, your dark, your shadow, that all of it is what makes you you and holds your own particular brand of magic. Thank you for your efforts, your light, for showing up. Om Shanti. Awesome job, you guys. So appreciate you being here. Please, if this worked for you, if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and share. It helps me get more yoga to more humans, and I'm really appreciating growing this community. Have a wonderful day, night, wherever you are. Good job. I'll see you soon.